Shall we get started?
Yeah.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the
Zach.
and Lex Talk Stuff podcast. The
Was that a
podcast where we
dramatic
feel like
pause?
talking about whatever we feel like. Yeah, it was on my end. Um, but so today for our podcast, we have our first guest for this new series. Care to introduce yourself for people that haven't followed the previous show?
Hello, I'm a conspiracy theory myself. I am Jack, and I just came out of the Central Park woods, and I'm here to talk conspiracy theories. I was on the last series. It was fun. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be your first guest. Thank you for having me back on.
Yeah, of
Of
course.
course.
In case if like in the near future and like a couple of years, if the Zach and Lex doesn't continue in a couple of years, like we'll eventually just start another one and you'll be the first guest for the third episode.
Hell
Because
yeah.
because the you were the first guest for the third episode of Lex Talk Stuff. And
I'm
now
sensing a
you're the
theme
first
here.
guest
Yeah.
of the third. Yeah, I thought it would be fun. But yeah, so we want to go over a couple things, and I there's been a lot of stuff in the news lately. Like that's what we want to get into first. We won't go over it too long, and I think my co-host uh would I would like you to take the lead on this because I
Mm.
think you've put it so eloquently earlier on the phone.
Oh, thank you. I was worried it was a little too uh, poorly worded. Especially with recent events when it comes to this last couple weeks. I mean, the year and the years past have been pretty awful, to say the least. But the last
Hmm.
week or so, especially close to home, uh, things have been rough, to say the least. And we just want to send our hearts out to everyone going through this situation with the shooting at Brown, the shooting at Bondi Beach, um, Rob and Michelle Reiner. Um, just after another horrible things happening this last week and a half or so, and it's just we just wanted to acknowledge and send our hearts and thoughts and a reminder to keep everyone in their hearts too. Feel like I
Absolutely.
butchered that, but
I the world.
just trying to
No,
send
no, no.
love everyone's way, you know.
No, I think so. I think you did a good job, and you know, uh, I just want to say this real quick, and then we'll move on to the next topic, which is, I, if you have someone dear and special to you in your life, please, for the love of God, hold on to them tight and treasure every moment with them,
Hmm.
because regardless if they are alive or not, if they're people come in and out of your life and you might not always get the chance to say goodbye, or you you might feel like what you had might not be there anymore. So because nothing lasts forever, so please just take the time with your loved ones, with your family and friends and the people that you hold most dear, and just treasure those moments, remember those moments, because maybe they might not be there anymore, and please treasure it when you can.
That, and I also want to put in a call to action. The situation at Brown is just tragic and egregious, and uh, it's just crazy that it's not enough that for our government to put in gun reform and gun control. It's outrageous, and it's hundreds of mass shootings and school shootings just this year. Hundreds. I think it was last I saw, I don't want to claim to know anything, but like over 550, and that is outrageous. One is beyond outrageous. And please contact your
Mhm.
local representatives, your senators, and you know, be a voice of change in action. Please.
Absolutely. Very well said, Zach. And on a on a lighter note, um,
Mm.
the next thing I want to talk about briefly before we get into the main topic is the Supergirl teaser came out last week. What do you guys think about it, or have you seen it yet?
I have.
I've not seen it.
And what are your thoughts, good sir?
I am incredibly hyped. I will say it made me think of Guardians of the Galaxy a little too much. I know it's James Gunn has a style, but when it came to the story, I am so incredibly hyped. I'm hyped for Supergirl. I'm hyped
Mhm.
that Superman's returning. I am
Yeah.
so excited to see Lobo in live action, and I am.
Yeah, I'm so
We
excited.
get to see
Or
Krypton
did they
and the
show Lobo
destruction
in
of
the teaser?
tiny bit.
Hmm.
Yeah, they showed a little bit of Lobo.
It's Jason Momoa, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Um.
The only person they kept on, completely different role.
Mhm. Well, the thing is, it's the role he's always wanted to do, because years ago when Momoa was approached by Warner Brothers and Zack Snyder, he was like, so you're making me Lobo, right? Like, come on, look at me. I look like Lobo. Like, I'm perfect for him." And they're like, Aquaman, and he's like,
Aquaman. What?
okay. Uh, So he just took it, and while I did like him as Aquaman, he sold that movie for me, 'cause at a time where I thought Aquaman was very lame, and now I've
Mhm.
grown up and realized he's kind of a cool character. He's not my top 10 for DC heroes, but I do like him more and appreciate him more now than I did when I was a kid.
Mm, yeah. I will say
And
though, I've
yeah,
liked
but yeah,
Aquaman since JLU, the JLU
I
Aquaman.
prefer Batman the Brave and the Bold Aquaman.
To be honest, I'm less familiar with him, but
Mm. But yeah, I believe with with Supergirl, I understand. Like, I'm hearing the thing of like Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, I think there's a couple of sequences in the trailer that do feel a little Guardians esque. However, the funny thing is, Gunn's not writing or directing the Supergirl movie at all.
hmm, I didn't know that. I was
Yeah,
saying it more for not like the scenes of the comedy, but like the design. I don't know. Like especially like the
yeah,
physical props looked very guardian-y. But I think it also is another great example
yeah.
of James Gunn showing off his amazing Spotify playlist.
Yeah. Well, who knows? With Blondie playing, that might not have been Gunn. That might have been Greg Gillespie who's
No.
directing it.
Yeah.
Greg Gillespie directed I, Tonya,
Mm.
Okay.
and the writer of the movie, her name is like Anna Nague, something like that. And she's kind of newer to screenwriting. I watched a short film she did, and it was actually pretty good. I think I sent it to you guys in the chat one time.
Which one was it?
It might have been the
Okay.
college chat. I'll
We
send it
might need
again
to switch
later.
to Discord.
Yeah.
All right. So, where were we?
So, Supergirl. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. Just a little bit of problem. I'll be syncing everything up later in the edit. So with Supergirl, I am excited for it. It definitely does look a little different compared to the comic that's based off of Woman of Tomorrow. Well, Woman of Tomorrow is a space adventure story. It's not about like a ragtag group of misfits. It's just literally Supergirl and this girl Ruthie, and they go across space on a revenge mission, and Crypto is there sometimes.
I like
Sometimes.
when he's peeing on the newspaper.
Yeah, like
You got it
he and
almost all on it, buddy. Good job.
oh, what's funny is people are like, "Oh, that's their way of shitting on Superman." Supergirl's also on that newspaper in like the corner. So if anything, like it's like you know, it's just old newspaper. You know, I think it's cool. I hope it's good. This will be the first DCU project that is not written or directed by James Gunn.
Wow,
So
that's been a long time, I realize.
yeah, well, because he did Creature Commandos, Superman, and Peacemaker season 2.
And even before that, he did, The Suicide Squad and Peacemaker season 1.
Which
Yeah.
I was surprised. I showed my mom the Suicide Squad, and now it's one of her favorite superhero movies.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very
Who's
good
that?
movie.
It's your mum.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I think it's cool. What are your guys' thoughts before we move on to the main topic?
I haven't seen the trailer yet, so I reserve judgment.
I'm kind
Okay.
of familiar with the comic, so I'm hyped to see how they portray the comic that they're basing it off of. I'm so hyped to see Krypton and see this version of Krypton. I'm a little familiar with the TV show Krypton,
Yeah.
but I'm hyped to see Supergirl's side of things.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I will say the Supergirl TV show with Melissa Benoist kinda did. I liked it at the beginning, but it did kind of hurt Supergirl's reputation because in that show she's just female Clark Kent.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's like the I'll send you guys a video later of like, oh my gosh, my cousin is crazy, me want avocado, oh stop.
Oh,
And
I
it's
love
like,
that video.
and the my cousin's crazy too, give me the fucking crack, give me the fucking crack right now. Like it's it's the two supermen and their cousins, and it's pretty funny. And yeah, no, I think this will be interesting. Obviously, the chuds and the grifters are already trying to say this is woke garbage that's un-American and completely cynical, and just say you hate women.
Yeah, yeah.
Just say you hate women, okay, dude? I realize that like I haven't been on a date in forever, but if I at least know I'm the problem of like relationship stuff. At least I know I'm the problem. You guys just think everyone else is the problem and expect everyone to bend to your fucking will. Well, please do me a favor, stay away from me. Yeah, to quote the late great Rob Reiner, stay away from me. That's after
R.I.P.
that's after the when Schmidt and Winston did the roast.
Yep. Yeah.
and Bob was like, really couldn't read the room on that.
I love the scene where he's sitting there with Nick, and
Yeah.
Nick is
Sandwich.
just like he's like, well, guess what? You know that girl I was talking about? She's your daughter. I'm gonna kill you. Just
Yeah. But what's funny is like Bob actually, like, even though he's pissed at Nick in that moment, he still does like Nick.
mm-hmm.
He still likes him. He's like, I like you, but I don't think you're a good fit for my daughter. Because because he even says something that's actually very endearing in many ways. He says, you're not like your dad, Nick. You're like me. And I'm not good enough for my daughter.
Yeah.
So I do kind
I
So
love
I
that
do.
scene where he's like, just you
Yeah,
saying that you don't want to be like your dad goes to show you're nothing like your old man.
yeah, but I still don't think you're good enough to date my daughter. So there's a little something, and as time goes on, even when like he hesitates to propose right away, like Bob just keeps seeing like, you know what? You keep saying the answers I like. Fine, you have another 24 hours to propose to my daughter. So yeah. Uh, all right, now
Oh,
let's for.
if
Oh,
we're getting to the meat and the potatoes of the episode, before I forget, I wanted to mention something. Um, last episode when we talked about Frankenstein,
yeah,
like literally like 24 hours after, a YouTuber that I follow, a content creator, Kaz Rowe, they posted a video about the Frankenstein movie. I think the title was Frankenstein Discourse is Bad. Let's talk about it. Fantastic video. I just wanted to give a shout out, and perfectly summed up like what I was trying to express during the episode, and kind of perfectly ride riding the fence of understanding people that like the movie, that don't like the movie, and just great analysis. So just shout out to that creator and their videos.
I'll have to check it out. I think because I think our conversation was very interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, because I was also trying my best to make sure I wasn't shitting on you.
Oh no.
Because I had hoped you do the whole time. I was like, I hope I'm not like, you know.
Oh no, and I didn't want to be
Yeah.
like a negative Nancy. It's just
Yeah.
it's very different to Frankenstein. It's not Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. It's Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein.
Yeah, which is probably what I was looking forward to a little more.
Which is honestly not what I was looking forward to. I'm not a huge fan
Yeah.
of Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, I mean, here's what I hope with Guillermo del Toro. The next project he works on, he hires Molly.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was talking to her last week at the Christmas party, and I was like, I think you would be perfect for a Guillermo del Toro movie for Creature Designs. And she's like, that's the dream. Like, I hope that happens. But yeah, so now getting into the main topic. And so this is kind of something that I've always wanted to do, but, you know, never really like had the time for and didn't think about it until after it happened. So I think what I would like to get into for this episode.
I've got my thinking cap on, and I'm ready to
Same.
go. Oh, you
It prevents the
Absolutely.
microwaves.
Yes, exactly. I really hope like Catherine walks in on you. I think it'll be amazing.
She was watching the last episode, so I wouldn't be surprised if either she doesn't
Oh, she
notice
was?
it until she watches the next episode.
Yeah. So yeah, we want to do conspiracy theories. You know, I've never done a conspiracy theory episode before. I've got a couple. I don't have a lot. I only have like a couple. So I think we should let our guest go first. What do you think?
I wholeheartedly agree.
All right,
Okay,
Jack,
sure.
what's your first one?
Are we do which one? Which one are we? We're doing them randomly, right? Not
Yeah, I
we're
do
not.
random.
Yeah.
I
We're
want
not
you
sharing
to
which
leave
one's
me
the
guess.
fake one or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we need to guess which one is like the conspiracy we made up.
Okay. Well, one I brought. I mean, like I know you guys are gonna know it, but one I brought was MK Ultra.
Mm.
That one's a classic. Mind control by the CIA. I mean, like, yeah. There's not much else to say on that one. That one
Yeah.
has always interested me from the standpoint that I wonder if they ever cracked it and they never told anyone that they did. So it's like there's some people around us, and then that makes me think of like the tangential ones. Like remember the what was it like the something that happened in Havana a couple years ago where it was like everyone started hearing a really loud noise,
Mm-hmm.
but it then went away.
Yeah.
I've
I
always
remember.
wondered, this. I guess you would lump this under the large umbrella conspiracy of the secret weapons that the three-letter agencies have, but
Mm,
specifically MK Ultra.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Now
I
that
don't know enough about that one.
Hmm.
that was like mind altering drugs to try and see if it would start like mind control, right? Like,
Yeah, like using LSD to sort of like influence. Basically, one of the ideas was like you would, dose someone with LSD and other psychoactive drugs, and then you would chemically condition them to be like a sleeper agent or something, and then
mhm.
you'd put them back into normal society, and then you'd feed them the code phrase, and they would activate like the fucking Manchurian Candidate, and do whatever mission you needed them to do, and then they could go back to sleep after.
Do you think they were successful? Do you think we have winter
I've
soldiers
always
out there?
wondered. I feel like to have a sleeper agent, I feel like you have to be conscious of being a sleeper agent. Like I don't think you
Yeah.
could secretly be a sleeper agent. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You'd have to be like someone that knows deep down that you're a secret agent, but you can bullshit yourself so well that you forget that you're a secret agent. Like you're such a good liar.
Mm.
Yeah.
That that's
You
the
go into
thing
deep
too.
cover, but
Like, if you're a sleeper agent, if you get activated and say I'm a sleeper agent, I get activated. If I start acting off, you guys are immediately going to notice it. So
Yeah,
like
exactly.
they've got to be someone that have no connections, nobody in their life, and be monitored by the government to the point where they can't. They're not even a blip on the radar.
that sounds like
So
something a secret agent would say.
yeah.
Put on the little Perry the Platypus hat.
Yeah. So what's yours, Zach?
So, um, I actually meant to text you before the recording. I'm trying. Do you mind going next because I was trying to remember which one we talked about on the phone that we
Oh,
both.
okay. Okay. This one I'm gonna take this one just to get
Yeah.
it out of the way. Uh I was thinking about how Paul McCartney is a clone. He's
Hmm.
died like 37 times.
All right, so you think he's a clone, yeah?
Yes.
What evidence of clonery do you have?
What
So
What was the song
when
where it's played backwards?
live and let die, he always explodes.
Oh, that's true on stage, but isn't there a song that if you play backwards it says Paul is dead?
Yes, that's right. There is a song that says Paul is dead. I'm forgetting what the song is right
I'm
now.
looking it up right now for you.
Yeah, please remind me. It's been a while. I didn't have a ton of time for the Paul McCartney one. However, yeah. Plus, also, if you look at Paul as the years have gone on, like 2 years, like if you look at photos of like the Beatles when they started versus 5 years later, Paul looks like a complete different, like looks almost like a different person.
Mm.
That's because he was
And
carrying the rest of the band musically.
Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, like he looks like a different person, and the Beatles still kind of look like the same a little.
So, the Beatles song associated with Paul is Dead myth and backwards messages are mainly from the 1968 White Album, where number 9 in Revolution 9 sounds like Turn Me On, Dead Man, and mumbling at the end of I'm so tired sounds like Paul is a dead man, miss him, leading into Blackbird.
Mhm. Yeah, no, like so see the original Paul. So Paul McCartney, Wings Paul McCartney never really existed.
I might have an additional piece of information for you.
Please.
Google AI says another famous one is in the outro of Strawberry Fields Forever, where John Lennon seems to say, I buried Paul, thought, though it's debated as cranberry sauce or something else.
Yeah, no, it's looking pretty good. I'd say it's a pretty good one. I remember hearing about this a while ago, and yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Right, but question: what's the grander theory here, other than just them not wanting to disrupt the Beatles' rise to popularity with one of the members dying, and they just replace him? Like when you say clone, do you say like like he's actually been cloned, or they just replaced him with a lookalike?
I uh I think like a a DNA clone.
I'm willing to bet that the clones are getting stupider and stupider every performance because that's why they keep exploding when they say when they sing "Live and Let Die" and he
Yeah.
explodes on stage. They
Yeah.
have to rush out on stage. The PAs have to bring out the new, fresh, brain wiped Paul McCartney clone to the piano, like a
This
split
sounds like the
second.
Prestige.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to rewatch that movie.
The Prestige with extra steps.
Yes, exactly.
Instead of just drowning Hugh Jackman, they make him explode. Honestly, I'd pay to see that movie.
Paul McCartney explodes the movie. I would take that. Yeah.
In this movie, we just explode someone.
It sounds like I think you should leave now bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Paul McCartney. Tim Robinson is Paul McCartney explodes. Wait, I what?
You guys can't do this. This isn't right.
Let's see. So do you have one, Zach?
So I was debating a few. One that I'm not super educated on, and I'm not sure if you guys are more familiar with it, but Stanley Mayer. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but he created a car engine that would run off of water, and obviously the U.S. government would not like that, and so if I remember this was like a video essay I watched maybe a long time ago, but if I remember correctly, it said, what was his official statement of cause of death? Cerebral aneurysm. But if I remember correctly, I remember hearing that he said they've got me after being poisoned. But essentially, there's a huge theory that the United States government silenced him because it would be a huge threat to the oil industry.
I believe it.
I also wanted to talk about government cheese, but that isn't really a theory. It's more of a fact that it already exists.
Specialized government cheese.
Yeah. There was one other thing, and I kind of wrote down some notes about it. So, while doing some research, someone was proposing that, let's see, where's my notes? Public bathrooms are designed to strip you of your humanity.
I see where you're going with this. Continue.
So, public restrooms are intentionally designed to make you feel like an inconvenience for having normal bodily functions and human functions. It's not, it's not that you're being punished, but it's not like comfortable. It's just iffy. You don't go in as like a customer, you don't go in as a worker, you don't go in as a parent or a citizen. You are someone who's being accommodated because of course if we have to give you a place to poo and pee.
You're going in as a creature to be shamed.
Like it's just weird. Like, for example, think about how public bathrooms are designed. What is one thing that is always consistent with most public bathrooms?
What?
Stall gaps.
At least here in America, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's not like it's costing more just to make the doors fit properly. Like it can't be a cost thing, and it's not like
It's
a
a feature,
coincidence.
not a bug. It's that way you can spare a square to your homie in the next cubicle over.
Well, that's the thing too. Have you ever had
These
an instance
toilets are
where
huge.
someone sticks their hand down the other, like around the other side of the stall and like into your stall to grab toilet paper? I've had that
Never
happen.
like unprompted.
No, never have I.
That happened to me in school once, and it was the most like I have been scarred since. Like
That's when you have to dap them up.
I was about to say, dab him up, bro.
little handshake, the hand, Sweet Life of Zach and Cody handshake, the I.
With
But like
Nutella on it.
throw like melted Twix bar in there.
Ew, no.
But it's just like you don't deserve full privacy. Like you feel seen. Everyone can hear you if you shit too
Yeah.
loud. Everyone can. Hey, are you frying chicken in there? You know, like
Yeah.
and you're never fully private.
Yeah.
Another thing is like the lighting.
Mm.
I it feels sterile and it feels like it's too bright and it's harsh and it surrounds you and it's like you don't feel alone. You're overly aware that you're in a large public space shitting your brains out first thing on the clock. And
God, you would have had some thoughts on the New York City bathrooms.
Yeah.
I've used them before. They're
The ones in Central Park were just weird.
I didn't bother. I knew I was gonna hate those, so I didn't bother.
do you want another big thing that I have a problem with?
What?
There's no place to put your stuff. Say, for example, you guys are in New York City, walking around Central Park. You have a bag with you, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Say you got a shit. Where are you gonna put that bag? You're gonna put it on the ground where someone probably peed.
I
and
held
pooed?
it.
Yeah, that's the smart thing. Like, there's no cubbies. There's no there's no place to put your personal belongings. So, are you allowed to have personal belongings? You go to the bathroom, and where do you put your stuff?
Either let a kind stranger hold it, or you just play the gamble and someone robs you of your shit while you're shitting.
That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
for example, I'm at work. I got an iPad that I do most of my work on at work.
Well,
Oh,
that
yeah.
definitely take into a
Yeah,
cubicle.
yeah.
I go into
That'd be-
I'm not gonna put it on the ground where there's like a wet spot. Someone just pissed.
Yeah.
And
That's exactly what you should do.
it's just like I don't know. It strips. Okay, so far, you have no privacy. You're meant to feel uncomfortable, and you are not allowed to have personal belongings. Additionally, another thing is like those mirrors never make you look flattering. And so now I'm just creeped out by why do I have all these wrinkles on my face? And now I just want to rush out of the bathroom. There's nothing there that makes me want to feel comfortable and stay. I'm rushing through my shit. I'm pinching.
That's what they want. You know, that's part of the conspiracy theory. It's like the fact that they made the Five Guys interior so like harsh and industrial. It shuttles you out the door as soon as you're done eating.
Corporate America doesn't want me to shit comfortably. They want me back on the clock, and they're rushing me through my shit to get back on the clock.
We should stage a protest where it's like corporate America's taking our shit, and people are like, "Yeah, they've taken. We can't even rent movies anymore." And we're like, "No, they've literally taken our shit." Like,
Now, here's a question for both of you. Kind of selling point.
Yeah.
Why do we apologize when we come out of stalls and people are waiting?
I don't know.
because
Why
we
are
left
you-
a little bit of warmth behind for him.
Seat warmer. It's like
the seat warmer.
a hotel little chocolate on the pillow.
Yeah,
Oh.
not that type of chocolate, but I get what you mean.
Or you say like sorry, there's an awkward nod, avoid eye contact, and it's just I don't know. Like why do I have to apologize going to the bathroom at work.
I mean, to be fair, you don't have to. You can come up with a better phrase for it. You could come out and be like, "Meeting room's all yours, boss."
But you're made to feel guilty for going to the bathroom.
I do get what you mean, like especially if like work is busy and it's like, man, I really gotta go, but you feel like you can't.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels like they're making like, for example, I had to use the bathroom the other day at work. Something was destroying my stomach, and I went to the bathroom, and I have to deal with like translucent toilet paper. Toilet paper I can see my fucking fingernails through.
That's just to save some money.
It's a mix of like saving money because they don't care, and making it an inconvenience to have to deal with your bodily functions.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I want a privacy in my bathroom, but they want to rush you. I felt very passionate about this because
Yeah, no, I feel you on that one. Jack, do you have another one?
Yeah. My next conspiracy theory is on big agriculture. And my theory here is that you know, there's history proven through history there's been times where humanity's made a product that has been more extensively tested on men than it has women. Case in point, medicines that people usually take, like over-the-counter painkillers. Seatbelts, that's a great one. Seatbelts don't fit properly between a woman's chest as they do for a man's, leading to more injuries for women. This is all to go on to say that all of the I believe all of the shit that we are pumping into our foods, ultra high processed foods and all of that, are terrible for men, clearly. They're even more terrible for women. And I think that leads to an increase in health disorders like PCOH and other women specific diseases. And I think that in a couple of years' time, we're probably going to see like papers and evidence coming out to say, like, hey, this shit's bad for men and it's really bad for women. Get it out of our foods.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
No, I think that sounds pretty sound.
And the second part of that conspiracy is I think Big Ag is going to get in bed with Big Pharma, and so that way they can hit you on the ticket to enter is all the big fatty foods, and the ticket to exit is Ozempic and Wegovy and all those weight loss drugs.
And because they're working
to you too. Yeah.
And because they're working with Big Ag, they're gonna say, "See, it comes straight from the farm. It's natural."
It's natural.
Yeah. No, I dig that. Big Ag and Big Pharma are going to work together, and all the stuff they make and work on together for our safety and our protection is actually killing us. No, I buy that. I buy that.
I was thinking about a similar thing where it was just like everything that's designed for convenience nowadays is meant to really hurt us, and then it leads to big companies and the government being able to exploit us because we have no other option. Like, you might see DoorDash as a convenience. I don't want to go shopping here. What if you start doing it every day? Or let's say having people do work for you, or why are you cooking at home when we can send you meals? Or there's certain conveniences where it crosses a level and it just becomes dumbing you down. Hey, instead of using AI as a tool to help you work, why not just use it to replace your work?
Never do anything.
Critical thinking. And so they're using these tools to dumb us down so we're easier to control.
Yeah. No, exactly. There's which kind of, the pharma one kind of leads into something else that I want to get into. I talked to Zach earlier, and there is some truth behind this one. I don't know a ton of this one, but I suspect it, and I'll also tell personal experience why. So my next conspiracy is that when senior citizens are put in like retirement homes and assisted living homes, they're given pills, to help them out either with memory or or just any sort of bodily functions. I think that a lot of assisted living and retirement home pills are actually there to render seniors to be more dependent than they are independent. Because let's face it, like, how many times have you visited someone from like an old folks home that's like taking their meds and they are getting worse and worse, but they're still being given their pills? It's maybe it's not that the pills aren't working, they are working because that way the homes can keep getting more and more residents and be like, oh, well, he's just not feeling well today. Like it's a trap and a money trap too. So I think it's something that's hurting seniors because I remember when my grandfather was in the hospital, he was off his meds for a little bit, and I felt like he was a little more cohesive than when he was on his pills.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're often
I
used to make them more docile too.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's my conspiracy. Like what do you guys think?
I think it's
I
pretty.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, anything to add to it?
I honestly, it's just, I can imagine it. I can imagine it.
Mhm.
Like, especially like, I don't know. Go. There's other aspects of like nursing homes and assisted living that really like break down old people like a
Mhm.
fucking composter. But it's, I don't know. It's I think it's definitely an aspect that can go into the wearing them down and just kind of making them husks of the people they were. I kind of
Yeah.
saw it with my nana. It was a mix of health and the places she was, or same with my Pepe too. It's like you see it like really wear down on them from the meds, the impact the meds have on their bodies, losing weight, impacting their kidneys
Mhm.
and livers. It's
Yeah.
sometimes I don't think it's helping at all.
Not to mention that like how cohesive they are. There are people that are like in their late 90s, like early 90s or late 90s, and they can form complete sentences and maybe they'll misremember one or two things.
Mr. Dick
I
Van
mean,
Dyke,
yeah. Or Betty White when she was alive. When
Yeah,
she
that's
did
true.
when she
R.I.P.
did when she did Hot in Cleveland, I saw the blooper reel. She only forgot her lines like a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the time she was remembering that. She was doing great. It wasn't like when Frank Sinatra was doing tours in the last years of his life. Because my
Mm.
parents said they saw one of the concerts that he was doing in the last years of his life. He was forgetting the words to some of his songs. And that's really
What a
sad.
lifetime of drugs and alcohol does to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Actually,
no.
fun fact about Sinatra: did you know he was the one that got Jack Daniels popular?
That doesn't
No.
surprise me.
Yeah, he it wasn't a big brand until he started like kind of supporting them and drinking them. Like, oh, Frank Sinatra drinks Jack Daniels.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
I do have a fun conspiracy theory.
Go ahead.
Mhm.
Oh, another fun one. Um, so you guys are familiar with government cheese, right?
Not
Yes.
really. I'm actually not familiar with government cheese.
So the foundations of it started before the Carter administration, but Jimmy Carter
Mhm.
had made this kind of deal, and I don't know all the details, but essentially made this deal where originally they were worried. Um, Let me start over. Essentially, dairy has always been a huge like manufacturing, a big thing in America, and there's things
Drink your milk, kids.
things that sprout out from it and byproducts that just dairy has such an impact on the United States, when it comes to manufacturing and distribution and stuff. And so they were worried, essentially with something that's supports the American economy so much. If, a dairy farmer overproduces one year, it could just be the end of their farm. And so Jimmy Carter made this deal. All right, if any dairy farmers overproduce, the US government will buy any of your overproduced dairy. So what did dairy farmers and people wanting to be dairy farmers and people wanting to take advantage of situations do is that they became dairy farmers and they produced as much dairy as possible, knowing that the government would buy it back. So that led to the government having an excess amount of dairy that they didn't know what to do with, and they needed to make it shelf stable. So, or somewhat shelf stable. So they made a lot of cheese. And that's where the government cheese comes in. And then a little while later, I forget the name of the guy, but he comes into the White House with a block of moldy cheese, and he's like, we need to do something about this. So they start selling it to the United States people and the United States citizens for a price, because if they just got rid of it, then it's a lot of money just lost and thrown down the drain. But if they sell it, they can make some of their money back. And so it just becomes this scummy thing, especially during the Reagan administration. And it just became a staple, especially like lower class families end up, kind of living off of government cheese.
We have a special guest. Apparently.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Ben.
I like the hats.
Yeah, thanks. You actually just caught us in the middle of doing an episode.
I figured as much. I was trying to throw text in the chat. I was like, hey, can I jump scare you?
No, you definitely got us. We're talking conspiracy theories.
So I was just talking about government cheese, and it's not much of a theory or like a conspiracy that it exists. It obviously exists. There's proof about it, everything like that. But where I'm leading with it is cheese can be used as fuel. I think, let me double check my numbers real quick before I forget. How much government cheese is left today? So it's estimated, given this is Google AI, so let's not take it as let's see, Family Farm Links Projects.org. The U.S. government currently has 1.4 billion pounds of cheese stored. Cheese can be turned into fuel through the whey protein. I have a feeling that the U.S. government is going to use cheese to fuel its military machines. I think the next big war will be fueled by cheese.
The cheese wars. Let's go.
I am here for it.
Well, I'm not here for war. I'm not here for war, but I I think the
I'm not
warmongering
here for
US
war.
will.
Are you ready?
Blood has run dry. The only thing we have left, nacho cheese.
It's like blood and metal and machines, but instead of blood, it's nacho cheese, like the canned cheese spray, like dripping out of machines.
Velveeta.
Imagine having to fill up your tank with that. You just
Imagine
right
how
down the
stinky your
tanks.
fuel would be.
Yeah.
Especially
The noise
exhaust.
it makes.
It's literally just stinky cheese fumes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Worse than gas oil.
I've always thought the stench of like the fumes of gas smells kind of sweet. Like it's not like, makes your head spin, but I don't
No, I
think
would
it
say
smells
diesel.
bad.
I hate how much I love the smell of gasoline.
Yeah, it doesn't smell bad. It's not good because it like makes your head spin, but like it's
Yeah.
not bad.
My theory is, what if Disney named their Scandinavian ice princess sister movie, Frozen, so nobody could look up Walt Disney's Frozen head without being bombarded with Olaf and Elsa and Anna, because now it's like, oh, Walt Disney's Frozen. It's not like Walt Disney's Frozen head. You can't look up Walt Disney's Frozen head without, ooh, Elsa, Anna, Olaf favorite movie. So
I have
Big
that
winter
same theory
blowout.
about Dubai
Yoo-hoo.
chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
I
funny?
saw that theory too.
What's
They're
funny
lucky I
is
love it.
I actually have another conspiracy theory. This one I is also Disney related. And and by the way, Zach, out of curiosity, is the OBS picking up uh Ben?
Oh yeah, it's just screen recording Discord.
Oh cool. Oh cool. Okay, cool. So my conspiracy theory is Song of the South is not a real movie.
Yeah.
So I think Song of the South was filmed. It was filmed, it was supposed to come out. But can you talk to anybody that has said they truly seen it or remember anything about it? It's like the Shazam movie with
I've
Sinbad.
seen pieces of it, and it's also because Disney goes out of its way to act like it
Yeah.
doesn't exist, and
What?
it's about their fucking, Uncle Remus character pretty much saying it like pretty much justifying slave labor, like taking pride in your work, like telling stories. Like this is a normal part of being a part of a family. Like that type of value. So
Part where they
that's
don't let
why
you stay in the big house.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
wait.
so
I know,
that's
I just
like-
why
found Song of the South 4K restoration by Disney on the Internet Archive.
whoopsie.
Damn. There it is.
I don't know.
Because
if
Song
it's
of the
full
South
thing,
is
but-
Splash Mountain, right? Or was
It-
Splash Mountain?
Yeah, it was.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, also I've tried looking it up. You can't find it anywhere.
I
So
just
there's
found
only
it.
so there's only okay, well then okay, fine. That was my lie conspiracy. That was the one I tried making up.
Oh, oops.
That was the one I tried making up. It didn't work. So, yeah, all right. Debunked. Okay, Jack, what's yours?
Oh, right. The next one I had. I got two, but
Okay, go ahead.
how weird can we get with this?
Get as weird as humanly possible.
As long as we're
Okay,
not
so
like
we're gonna go with race science. Everyone's cut out for me.
Oh,
Uh,
wait,
yeah,
can you hear
for-
me?
Even-
Even the internet.
Oh, can you hear me?
Oh,
Can you hear me?
it's okay. We're back. I
Okay,
I
okay.
can.
Okay,
no,
go ahead.
I
go
think
ahead.
everything just went dead silent after you said race.
Yeah.
Even
Race
no, my
science?
internet cut out for a second there. Even the internet was like, "Hang on, what's he saying?"
Yeah.
No. My idea, my conspiracy theory is that you can measure people based on their skull size, but that's literally it. I don't think you can. I don't think you can like ascertain any sort of information off of it. However, I think you could legitimately hand someone who is an expert at this a bunch of skulls, and they could figure out from where in the world that person was from based on the skull size. That's basically it.
I mean, isn't that something part of like archaeology?
It's got
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I always hear people where I hear some theories like that, and I hear some theories where it's like, oh, you could throw like 1,000 different corpses in 1,000 or like in a hole, and like no one would ever be able to figure anything out about them other than it's a human body. Because like I've heard like we can't even tell if it's like a male body or a female body when we pull like archaeology digs out of the ground.
I, as someone who watches a lot of like stuff on National Geographic about like Egyptian tombs, Roman tombs, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know they can confirm whether it's a man or a woman.
I've always seen like the way they confirm it though is based on
biologically.
context clues. They see like, oh, what were you buried with? What sort of tapestries did you have? What like are you like the main body in the tomb or the secondary body? Because the main body's probably the man's.
Mm,
Yeah.
maybe
No, there's a
I'm
science
that.
there.
Yeah,
No, yours is not a conspiracy. I think it's just I think it's a scientific fact.
Well, the conspiracy the bullshit conspiracy theory is when people use it for like justification for shit, where it's like, oh,
yeah.
because of your skull being 2 inch smaller than it needs to be, you are sub IQ and therefore
Mm,
destined to work low class jobs. It's like, no, I just think that if you had like a bunch of different skulls and you measured them, an expert in this field could be like, this is a skull from a person that lived in Africa. This is a skull from a person that lived in like the Mongol steppes. This is a skull from the person that lived in like Peru or wherever.
Yeah.
Under that exact same like lack of logic, like somebody thinking that just because of a different shape of head, somebody is inferior or superior in one way or
mm,
another. That's like saying that like one fucking dog is smarter than the other. I
yeah.
you can get 20 fucking dogs and all from different breeds. You can get them all from the same fucking breed. And I'm tweaking. Um they will literally just a handful of them will stand out, and that's just how
Mm.
it is sometimes. I don't think that that's a bad thing, but you know, like I think things have personalities, and that's about the size of it.
I got a
Yeah.
big
Plus, this
forehead and I
rolls
got
into
the
the other
big
part of the
stupid too.
conspiracy on like how come like the people that always win like the marathons every year, they're always like from the same like ethnic background and like the same like 200 square mile area in like Africa. I feel like there's something there. You know what I mean? Like there's an interesting thing to again, if anyone ever listens to this, it's not race science. I am just curious as to why things happen like that.
Mm.
I
I
guess
don't
it is
know.
race science if we are talking about marathons. I was just watching that episode of South Park where Cartman tries to get Token to get on the Turkey 5K trot, and Cartman is a race scientist that episode.
Insane. And
I only got one last conspiracy, but I'll save it. Ben, since you're here, do you have one last one? Because I think we need to start wrapping it up in a little bit.
Yeah, I'm starting to get tired.
Yeah, so Ben, you got
Me
one
so
last
sleepy.
conspiracy?
I don't really conspiracy theorize, but I
They're
just
all
want to
facts at this
say
point.
I'm kind of fucking pissed off at the artificial scarcity of Taco Bell. I feel like the fact that their menu changes every couple of like months is
Because they're
really
trying to
fucking
control you.
stupid. Don't
Mm.
don't drip feed me your fucking remade beans, like maybe a meat if you're lucky, sour cream, some sad lettuce and a tomato. Like, okay, like granted, 90% of the time I am getting the nastiest thing on the menu, like, oh yeah, this is a great idea. Like, but
Mhm.
that being said, um,
I think this
what
goes.
is the Baja Blast pie? No,
I think
no.
this kind of goes along with what I said about public bathrooms. They're specifically modifying things to control us.
They want us to make it worse.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. They want us to
It wants
become
to not use
complicit
it.
with worse conditions.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty right on the money, I'd say. I couldn't agree more.
It's like
Yeah.
we're not even, none of us are even 30 yet. And how many workplaces have we been at where we worked a skeleton crew and then they go, okay, we're gonna have to fire some people, and we go, wait, hang on, you can't. Like, you can't. There's just not enough people, and they do it anyway.
Yeah.
Life finds a way.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
be honest. My made up conspiracy theory was the toilets one, but I wholeheartedly agree with it now.
Yeah. My made up one was trying to be the song of the South. I couldn't come up with anything. So, but yeah, no, you guys found out immediately. I was like, God damn it. I wanted to see how long I could run it before you guys figured it out.
My made up one was the food and the Wegovy getting you at the start and the end. Which I honestly am like, when I found the one about the whole like skulls, like that kind of shocked me that that was actually a theory.
Mm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. Uh, Zach, do you have a last one?
There was a few that I was thinking about. I was trying to figure out if we should talk about Boeing, but I mean, one thing I do want to preface is that I mean, I don't want to speak for everyone here, but if we're diving too deep on anything, all of us are happy and have no intention of doing anything against ourselves. If you catch my drift, we're all happy. And
That's my
we're not
camera break.
whistleblowers.
Mhm.
I don't want the Boeing special, thank you.
Oh no,
Um,
I don't like the sound of that.
oh, what's it called? I'm trying to
You've
think
heard of the Boeing 747. Now catch a Boeing 762.
I'm trying to think. There was a couple other. Oh, I got nothing. I was trying to think. Like,
Oh,
I spent like the last 48 hours trying to come up with like random things. But I don't know. One last conspiracy theory I want to cover.
well, how about I do my last one?
Yeah, you go for it. Yeah.
All right. So my last one was one that I thought I only made up and wasn't something that was previously made before. So it is my conspiracy theory is that Mars was once like Earth, almost exactly the same. You know, maybe the gravity was a little heavier. That might have been the only difference. But I think there was a civilization. I think it was mainly covered with water. And there were people. Then something happened that disrupted the planet's entire atmosphere and environment and turned it into the red, desolate desert wasteland that it is now.
Someone
I
stole all the
actually,
magnets.
I actually had a similar thing, and I was trying to remember what it was, and now I remember what it was. I don't necessarily believe this, but it was something similar where we were originally on Mars and destroyed the planet, came here, and the Adam and Eve story are designated survivors to grow the human race again.
I've heard of that one, but that wasn't my theory.
Mm.
My theory was that like Mars was once just like Earth. That
Oh.
and there's and because, you know, we found traces of water
I'm pretty
on
sure that's a
Mars.
fact that
Yeah, no.
Mars was
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
habitable
no.
planet.
Yeah. Yeah, and that, you know, there's caves and there are structures hidden underneath the surface. People say that that's caves. I think it was some sort of building. I think those were like buildings, kind of like ours.
They had
Mm.
bunkers.
Yeah, they had bunkers. And, you know, there have been no bones found on Mars, but there are a lot of rocks that look scarily like bones.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, we wouldn't find bones because, like, you can't just leave bones on the surface of a planet. They would disintegrate to dust. But like, if we ever were
Granted,
able to send people to like crack the planet open and like start like actually archaeology digging,
All right, boys,
granted,
get your pickaxes. We're going to Mars.
Yeah.
Split that
remember
baby
the
open.
only way we've ever interfaced with Mars so far is we have a rover that's on like an 18,000 second ping, like
Yeah.
scooping up dust.
yeah. Well, I mean, Mars is a big planet. We haven't covered the whole thing.
I mean, we haven't.
Maybe
I mean,
maybe where our rovers are basically the Nevada of of what Mars used to be.
I think
It,
we need to finish uh, investigating and um, checking out our planet first before we go to others. Like for example, like the ocean, 95% unexplored.
yeah.
Yeah, but what happens if we discover like that 10% of the ocean that you really don't want to know about?
Dude, imagine
Now
if
we
there's
have to go
like
to Mars.
crab people down there and like
Yeah.
they
They're
just
just
can't
waiting.
talk to us because there's just such a distance that they can't reach us.
They're biding their time.
I'm just
Yeah.
picturing like a feed underwater to like the cables going across the ocean, and there's just like a 6 foot tall crab person like
To be
Those
fair,
are
like
fair.
you know,
To the-
if
to
if
the cords.
if anything did live down there, it would be just as inhospitable to go up to the surface as it would be for us to go down there.
oh
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
bikini bottom guys.
Yeah. Like I that's my conspiracy theory is that Mars was just like Earth. Something happened and it disrupted everything.
I'm telling you, they stole the magnets.
Mm-hmm.
Mars doesn't have a magnetosphere, right? That's what it's missing.
I think
Remember correctly?
so.
Do you know who I blame for
Someone
this?
stole the magnets.
Matt Damon.
Yep.
He did it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
did it.
fucker did it.
that's what he did in The Martian.
Yeah, he killed
He left his
Mars.
poop on Mars, and now Mars is destroyed.
Yeah.
Every
Matt
single
Damon
magnet.
pooped him. Saving Matt Poopberg.
Saving
the
Ryan's
Martian.
pile.
Yeah.
Going back there for his doo-doo feces.
But yeah, so that's all the conspiracy theories I got. What about you guys?
I pretty much covered everything I brought.
Yeah. Yeah, same here.
We already gave
And
up the
then some.
ghost in terms of us saying what our fake ones were.
Yeah.
I was trying to admittedly make a PowerPoint about mine, but then I thought that would immediately show off like I haven't made PowerPoints about the other ones. That's going to show that that's the made up one. But no.
Yeah, no, mine wasn't good. Like, there's a couple that I technically have made up. Like the old people medicine that's making them more docile. That's kind of me. The Mars colony one is also kind of me. The Paul McCartney one is something I got from online.
I mean, the old people medicine makes me think of. I got a minor one that I feel like the legalization of other drugs, especially like marijuana, just is for the dulling of the senses of people. This is saying as someone that partakes myself, but I do think it definitely makes people more docile and more accepting of things.
Yeah.
Same with alcohol, to be honest. That's why there's there's like literally like 4 liquor stores that I can walk to
I get
where I
it.
live.
Mhm.
Well, there's a lot of like stores based off of like the moment, like things that are very like you don't really get to own them. You know what I mean? Like a car wash.
It's time to rent it for the moment.
Mm.
Yes,
Mm.
exactly.
We'll go back to physical media, baby.
Oh yeah. Well, what did I get recently? I found a copy of. I didn't see that Lex was looking down, so I thought his face was entirely covered with tinfoil.
No, like
Um,
no.
Oh, I got a copy of 1941 on VHS.
Mhm.
And then I found a copy of the best of Mr. Bill from SNL.
Mr. Bill, no.
What else did I get? Oh, When Harry Met Sally on VHS. Now I gotta watch.
You know,
it
I've never
for-
actually seen
for
that
Rob.
movie.
Oh, I love that movie so much. I want to
Yeah,
get.
no, it's your favorite movie.
That and Princess Diary.
Uh,
Or no, Princess Bride. Sorry, I was trying to think of. I always mix them up. Is that the Anne Hathaway movie,
Yeah.
Princess Diaries.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is you said Princess Diary, but my brain filled it in as Princess Bride because my brain was like, no way he'd be excited about Princess Diaries.
No. No, Rob Reiner's work. That's the thing, especially with those movies. The cinematography is great, but he knows how to just keep a shot. It's simple, back and forth, and you don't need to make it. Let the scene speak for itself. You know.
I feel like a lot of movies can't do that nowadays.
Everything's cut like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Needs to
Yeah.
be fast, energetic, with an operatic section.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I think that's all we got for today. So thank
Yeah,
you.
my head's kind of getting sweaty with this.
Yeah, I gotta show my family and have them disgrace me. Uh so yeah, thank you all for listening. Thank you to Jack for showing up and our surprise guest,
Our special
Ben.
guest.
Our special guest, Ben.
You to
Uh
drop in hot.
yeah, no. Yeah, no, I think this was a great episode. Maybe we'll have to do a sequel.
Mm.
Absolutely.
More conspiracy theories. We should seriously try to, actually, well, you're the host, so you can okay this if not, but I have an idea for the next one. Everyone creates their own conspiracy theory and we bring it in and then we all rank each other's on like the most believable to least believable.
Yeah,
Okay,
do a tier list
okay.
of conspiracy theories. Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That
All
sounds
right.
good.
Yeah.
And before we wrap up, quick little message for viewers. Since this is becoming a repetitive thing that I don't mind continuing. Make sure to be your best self and be the person that your younger self would feel safe with.
Yes. I agree.
I love that.
All right. Well, I guess it's time to wrap up. So, thank you all for listening. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, listen to our Spotify, and you can find us on Instagram. So, thank you all for listening. Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Hasta luego.
Bye.